Hello, my name is Stephen Meade with Domicile Real Estate, and I'm here in Bellehurst States near Los Coyotes Country Club in Buena Park. And I want to talk to you about a house that I'm calling Forgotten Modern. It's designed by famous architects, ones that you've absolutely heard of. It's located on a huge lot, and it's an extra large home for the era in which it was built. And yet, it's probably an area and a home that you've never heard of. And part of that is because of the location. If I brought you to this neighborhood, you'd probably think we're standing in Fullerton, but we're not. We're actually near the Los Coyotes Country Club in Buena Park. And when most people think of Buena Park, they think of Knott's Berry Farm, chicken dinners, and large flat swaths of tract homes on 6,000 square foot lots. But this home is none of those things. It sits on a huge lot. It's much larger than average homes. It's hilly, and it's actually pretty far from Knott's Berry Farm. So let's take a look and go inside. One of the things I love about this home when walking up is just how secluded it is from the street. It sits on a corner. We've even got a little free library out front. By the way, whenever I see those in a home, I think this is a person who loved this house. But let's take a walk on the driveway and head inside. This home sits on a lot of over 12,000 square feet. That's pretty amazing in this day and age. I think most people have this dream of living in a larger lot and think it's never going to happen. One of the other things that I love about this entry is just how far set back it is. The previous owner of this home definitely leaned into a Pacific Northwest Asian influenced landscape, and I'm all for it. I think it gives a lushness and it gives a sense of quiet calm that you just don't see. You've also got great separation from the street. I also want to point out a unique detail. These breeze blocks and this super cool gate. They don't make things like this anymore, and that's really a shame. As you come in and you walk through, one of the things that you notice is how you have this courtyard space. And this home is one of those homes where the lot isn't just a big backyard, it's delineated into usable spaces. And by the way, we're going to take a look at all of this as we go through the home tour. If we come to this shielded entry, again, everything about this home was designed and feels intentional. We step in front of this kind of foyer space and you'll notice there's really two directions to go. And I want to talk about that. So we're coming into this living room space that is absolutely spectacular. I don't even have words to describe this. This is the kind of design you would expect in a custom home. And so we're going to take a second because I want to go over and talk about a few things about the architects of this home. This home was designed by Buff, Straub, and Hensman. And if that name sounds familiar, it should. These were gentlemen who designed not one, but two case study homes in the case study home program. I mean, these are heavy hitters. In fact, this is probably the only known housing tract that they developed. Everything else was custom homes. They built a home for Steve McQueen, numerous celebrities of the era. And speaking of which, I want to talk a little bit about one of their design philosophies, and this will be a theme as we go through this house. They developed something called zoned living. So previously in a home, you would have this idea of you just went down the checklist of the rooms that you needed. We need a living room, we need a kitchen, we need a dining room. What they did instead was create this concept of zones. So for example, the area that we're standing in right now, this is actually the public space zone, right? Like this is the zone for entertaining. It's a more formal space, it's dramatic. It's the place that you invite company over when you want to impress them. Then they developed what they call the family zone, and we'll head into that. And that's an area that is more casual public living space, right? That includes the kitchen, a family room, and then finally there's the private spaces of the home, and that encompasses mainly the bedrooms. And they divided the home up physically to give each of those spaces a sense of its own identity and separation. And while this might be a common method in design today, when this home was built in 1959, nobody was doing this. And that's why this floor plan feels like something that was built in the late 60s or early 70s, not 1959. I want to take a look at this living room and give you a little bit of a slow pan and a chance to really take it in. The fireplace is a standout feature. I love how they did the chimney separate from the clear story glass. That gives you this kind of floating and levitating effect of the roof. You've also got this connection with the outdoor space, in this case the swimming pool and the lounge, and then we've got our dining room. Now there's another detail here that it's really kind of impressive to me, and that's the flooring in this space. So you're going to notice this is actually like an aggregate type space. And we see this in a lot of homes from the era. It's usually used to delineate a hallway or a space that you're supposed to walk. And so you'll see we've got that over here in front of the glass, and it gives this kind of separation to these glassed-in areas. So if we take a look and we walk around here through this dining room, I do want to point something out. We do have some vinyl replacement windows in this home, but they've been done in the original style and the original shapes. These windows here are the original windows that have been put into place, or these are actually, in this case, you know what, are these dual pane? They might be, or they might just be blocked in with wood. We'll take a look on the outside of these, but these are pane glass, and if you look here closely, you can see in this detail what we've got. In fact, it does look like it's dual pane glass. That's very cool that somebody did that. If we walk through to the kitchen, what we're stepping into is this more casual family space. Now, both Straub and Hensman weren't the only ones to think of having a casual space like this, a space that could be used for different purposes. In fact, most of the Eichler models have something called a multi-purpose room. You might have heard us talk about that before. I also want to talk about the kitchen. This kitchen is obviously not the original kitchen, but I want to give you a word of caution. If you are the kind of person whose plan it is on a home like this to buy it and completely gut it, this is not the right house for you. What you need to do in a home like this is you really need to live in this kind of space and be sensitive with your remodel. It's not something that you want to take lightly. It's not something you want to just come in guns blazing. This is the kind of home you want to live in it. You want to understand the house. You want to understand how it fits in to your lifestyle. And while I did mention these have vinyl replacement windows, and I'm normally not a fan, they have been integrated beautifully into this home. They kept the original window designs here, and they're barely noticeable. And I think that really is the hallmark of somebody who took a lot of care in retrofitting this home. Now I want to take you through to these private spaces. But first off, we do have a bathroom that's located over here. And look, I want you to notice you've got dual vanities in this space. That was unusual for the time period. So these are the original vanities, and this countertop is something that was called cultured stone. Basically means it was fake and made in a lab. You've got a formal laundry room that's got space here. We'll show that unique space that it goes to over there in a minute. You've got your space for your hookups, and then you also have something that I love to see in a home because there's never enough storage. You actually have sort of a utility closet space. Obviously it used to have doors, they've been removed, but they could be put back. And then you've got more storage on this side as well, which is just huge. And then this is a full bath. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look at the bedroom spaces. But before we do that, I want to chat a little bit about some context for this home. This home, you have to understand, this home was built in 1959, and I'm going to describe the world to you in 1959 as far as houses go. In 1959, you had the average size home in America was 1,300 square feet, and the average size lot in Southern California was 6,000 square feet. This home is almost double those numbers in 1959. This was probably the most luxurious home that was built as part of a tract that you could buy in 1959 in Orange County, or probably even in LA. But in fact, gosh, I would say this is even nicer than most of the custom homes people were building during that time period. So when you think this home is exceptional, even among exceptional homes. And that's the reason why. The context is this was designed for CEOs of furniture companies in Santa Fe Springs. It was designed for people that were really making a lot of money. This was at the upper end of the socioeconomic curve when this home was first built. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the bedrooms. So walking through here, we've got a collection of bedrooms that are right off this family room space. So we have this space, which is configured as a home office. I love the glass that you see in here. I love the detailing. These are actually built-ins, this desk. You've got a clear story window up above there. I mean, this is just kind of a really cool, amazing space to work. One of the other details I like in this home is that the closets don't go to the ceiling. You'll notice you've actually got this gap space, and I think that gives you an opportunity to do some cool uplighting and some other unique details. We also in this home have a guest bedroom space. And they've done something very cool in this space. So they've actually done these really awesome screens. And I love the way this bed is integrated. Again, you've got clear story window, and then you've also got this sort of almost upper plate rail trim, but it was never designed for plates. And I think you see that throughout the house. It really frames the space. And again, it gives that feeling that the roof almost levitates on this home. I really like this. It's really cool. And again, we've got that space above the closet. So a very nice sized guest suite type of a bedroom. Now, if we're walking through, there is a space that we haven't reached, right? And that is the primary suite. And as you might imagine, in this home, it's something special. So we're going to take a walk down this hallway. This is immediately to the left of that front door where we walked in. So again, this foyer represented that separation, that buffer between the public and the private spaces of the home. We've got yet another utility closet on our right here. And now we're entering the primary suite. And you've got this huge dressing area up at the front where you walk in. Then we've got a very, very large bathroom. And this space is super cool. I love bathrooms that have a lot of light like this. Normally bathrooms are these sort of just dark secondary spaces that nobody thought of. Oh, all the restrooms in this home do have Toto washlet toilets, always a nice plus. And then we've got this space here, which is the shower space. So for 1959, this bathroom is positively humongous. Walking through, this is the primary suite. And this is a king-size bed, and it barely looks like it fills the space in this home. You've got just a huge amount of space here. That chair rail or that upper rail trim, clear story windows, plenty of closet space, high ceilings. This home is definitely, and this room is really meant to be a special place. But my favorite feature is this private patio. And again, this is something that is part of that zoned living. And the idea here was to create kind of a true owner's suite type of an experience. And I just think that's something you didn't see in 1959. These are features that you would have seen in homes that were built much later. So I'm going to take you around back through the absolutely spectacular living room. And we are going to actually walk through and take a look outside. We do have a pool guy coming in, so we might be working and filming around him. This is that covered patio that we're talking about. It gives you shade, and it's funny. Today, Irvine Company calls this a California room. This was actually invented in 1959, and it's hard to believe. So you've got 12,000 square feet on this lot, and we're walking through, this is the backyard space, but you actually have a large backyard and large side yards. So I want to give a chance for you to see this. There's a lot of hardscape in this space, and I'll be honest, not all of it is my favorite, but I think I'd rather have something like this that's beautiful to start with and great plant material. And we're walking down the side of the house, right? So this is by those secondary bedrooms because I want to show you that very clever, very unique outdoor space. So this is the space that is actually off of the laundry room and off of the bathroom. So you've got a courtyard over here, and then you've got this private courtyard space. And this is what's off the owner's suite. Pretty spectacular, pretty amazing. We've got a hot tub going out there. I'm sure that'll be nice in the fall. So we're gonna walk back around. You know, I think when you look at a home like this, I think there's a temptation, like I said, to want to redo everything. And I think that's a huge mistake. This is a home that needs a sensitive renovation. If you're going to do anything, it's something that you want to do slowly. It's something that you want to do gradually. It's not something that you want to just make a bunch of quick decisions on. And so if you're going to buy a home like this, think of this as a long-term project. By the way, just going to point out, we've got owned solar panels on the roof that do come with this home, and a brand new panel. So that is something you're not going to have to worry about in doing a renovation. We're going to take you and we're going to walk around to the front yard space. As you can see, we've got our pool guy here. So I can tell you the pool is maintained. And I kind of love this Pacific Northwest aesthetic. So we've got our pool equipment tucked away in the corner with the breeze block over there. And then we're winding back around. Say hello to our pool guy. And we've got this kind of courtyard space again near the entry point of this home. This plant material is pretty spectacular. I can't imagine, you know, doing better. We've got some Japanese maples. We've got kind of really a lot of cool stuff in here. Just a spectacular level of plant material. I think you have a lot to work with. We're going to head back in. I want to give you one more look at the living room, and then I'm going to give you some of our closing thoughts. So taking a look at this space, I can't imagine a space I'd rather spend time than this. It's really just something amazing. I think homes like this don't come along very often. And I want to give you some closing thoughts. I've got some closing thoughts on a house like this and who this house is for and who it isn't. This home is something rare. And the reason why this home is rare is because it is absolutely gigantic by 1959 standards. This is a bit larger than an Eichler home. It's 2,300 and I think 39 square feet. This home is a bit larger than the Eichlers. This home is on a large lot. This home offers a lot of the things that our clients say they want. It's got architectural pedigree from architects who design case study houses, but yet there's something else this home has that's pretty amazing. And that is the price starts with a 1. If this were in Pasadena, if this were in Altadena, if this were in North Tustin, this home would be well into the 2s. But because it has a Buena Park address, and admittedly an extraordinarily nice neighborhood in Buena Park, the price of this home begins with a 1. And I think there's something awesome about that. This isn't my listing, and I want to thank Monica Villalobos for allowing us to come in here and film and present this to you and give you kind of the insider information. But one thing I do want to say is if you are interested in a home like this, you have more questions or more on our thoughts, absolutely don't hesitate to reach out to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these kinds of videos, and we'll see you again real soon.